Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with an existing React Native app, and we're going to add ViroReact to it. If you would like to follow along without having to type everything in, you can just go to my GitHub at github.com/equational applications/ViroIgnite, and you can clone this project using the code here, and also following the instructions. In the quick start section of the README, you might run into problems because of not having your environment configured properly. So to check that, you can just use npx react-native doctor. And this command will check your environment. So you can see the things that are needing to be configured properly for React Native to work. In this case, it thinks that Watchman is not the correct version. It's just because they changed the naming convention. It's actually fine, and Watchman still works. This Ignite project is like a boilerplate or a starter kit for React Native, and it includes TypeScript and the MobX state tree and React navigation. So this is like an example of an existing app that we can use to add ViroReact. So the first step is to create a new Ignite app. Over here on the GitHub page for Ignite, we can find the instructions. We use npx ignite-cli new, and then the name of our app. So I'm just going to copy this. So I'll open a terminal in a folder named code and paste this command, and then the name of the app will be ViroIgnite. So in VS Code, I'm navigating to code, and then the folder ViroIgnite, and I'm opening it. Here we can see the structure that we just created with our Ignite app. The next step is going to be to add ViroReact. So let's look back at the browser, and ViroReact is an AR and VR library for React Native. We use the ViroCommunity version. You will also find the instructions that we're going to follow for installing Viro. We can use the yarn command instead. I'm going to open a terminal right in VS Code and use the command yarn add at viro-community/react-viro. We're getting a lot of warnings. I still had success using Viro even with the warnings. Okay, installation complete. Next we have to link. We're going to link in iOS first. So I'm clicking through to the instructions for install iOS. And here we'll follow the instructions to edit the iOS/pod file in VS Code. In the Explorer, I'm going to ViroIgnite iOS, and then I'm clicking on pod file. And then I'm going to look for this line so that I can add this code beneath this line. I'm going to save that. Next, I want to run npx pod install npx pod install. Yeah. Let's go back to the browser. In the file iOS app name info plist, we're going to add this bit of code here. So let's open up iOS app name info plist, and we click on that. Here we have a section with our key and string. Paste that in there. Just indent this a couple and save that. Now we can run it. So I'm going to copy this command. I have an iPad hooked up to a USB cable plugged into my Mac. Next, let's take a look at react-native.dev and their instructions for running on device. I'm clicking on iOS and Mac OS for this case where I want to run it on an iPad. So I connected my USB cable, and then it asked me if I want to trust the computer. So I am going to trust the computer. Now I'm going to open Xcode, and I'm going to click on Open Project or File, and I want to navigate to ViroIgnite, and then click on the iOS folder and click Open. I'm just going to ignore that warning for right now. While this is processing the files, let's look back at the instructions here. And in step 2, we are going to have an Apple developer account. So here's the link we can follow. You can use this link to enroll in the App Store. You can sign into your developer account. I've already created my developer account, and it's ready to go with my Apple ID. If this is your first time running your app on your iOS device, you may need to register your device for development. Open the product menu from the Xcode's menu bar and go to Destination. Look for your device on the list. Xcode will then register your device for development. So here in Xcode, we go to Product and we go to Destination. And here's my device. I can click on that device, and it is already registered for development. I can see it right up here in the window at the top. That is the name of my device. Back to the instructions. I want to go to my Xcode Project Manager and select the main target, and then look at the General tab. And then I'm going to go to Signing. So clicking on ViroIgnite, here's the General tab. Here are my targets, ViroIgnite. Here's the bundle identifier we're using right now. Under Signing, here's where the team is, and I need to select my Apple ID name so that I can then use my Apple development signing certificate that it's going to assign. Next, I click on ViroIgnite tests, and I also change my team to myself. So this you're going to do with your own developer account right here. If you use the command npx ignite-cli-help, you'll get the help for Ignite. There's a generate command we're going to use, and we can learn more about that generate command using another command here, npx ignite-cli generate help, and that'll tell us about the Ignite generators. The generator we're going to use is screen to generate a screen. So let's use npx ignite-cli generate screen AR. So it generated a new file in screens called AR screen. Now let's go to ViroIgnite in VS Code and open the app folder, open the navigators folder, and click on App Navigator. And here we need to add in the import for AR screen that we just created. So we're just adding that AR screen import. Then here I'm adding this AR undefined for our navigator param list. Now down here in the stack, we want to add in at the bottom. Then we're just going to go to the stack, and we're going to add this line right here, which is stack.screen, and the name is AR, and the component is AR screen, which we are getting. We're getting that from our screens folder here. If we click on the index, you can see that it's added the AR screen to the index, and that's in the AR folder. This is the boilerplate that we created. It's exporting the constant AR screen. So in my navigator, that's exactly the upper and lowercase that we're using to match what was exported. Now I should be able to navigate to that using the name AR. So if I go over here to my welcome screen, it's inside of the welcome folder. So I'm in the screens folder, welcome screen.tsx, clicking on that. So next screen, navigation. Instead of demo, I want to go to AR. And let's click save there now. I want to grab the hello world example. If I click on the GitHub for ViroCommunity and click on the starter kit, then I click on the app.js. Here is the basic hello world. I want to grab this constant hello world scene AR function. Goes down a little bit farther. That's where it ends right here. So I'm copying this whole thing from the starter kit. Copy and back over to my AR screen in my Ignite app. I'm going to paste that in right up above. I also need to import use state from React. Import at ViroCommunity. What else do I need? I need to import Viro AR screen. So just copy that. Go up here to my import. Import the screen. Okay, so instead of using this styles.helloworld text style that we had in the example app, let's just simplify a little bit by copying what used to be in there, and we'll just paste it here instead. So delete the old one and then paste in the actual, just hard code the style right in. Oh, I also need to import this one, Viro constants. So up here in the Viro imports, add a comma, paste in the Viro constants. Now we're going to we're going to copy this code right here, which is Viro AR scene navigator. This is our entry point for AR. That is going to go of the screen JSX, and underneath the header text, I'm still going to need to import Viro AR Scene Navigator. So I'm going to copy that again, go up to my imports here at the top, add a comma, paste it in. Okay. And now instead of styles, I want to delete that. The actual style it was using is just flex 1. I'm going to copy and paste. Nothing's underlined anymore. So I want to save that now. Now let's try npx react-native run-ios-device. Okay, now if I go to my iPad and I click on settings and then click on general, I open up my settings menu. I have an untrusted developer, so I want to click on VPN and device management. And then I'll see at the bottom where I can click Apple development, and there is my email address associated with my Apple ID. And then I want to just trust. There's a button I can click right here to trust Apple development. Okay, so now after having trusted it, I can see that the icon for the app is on the home screen, and I'll click on the icon. And it's opening. I want to click OK again for permission. And I've got the Ignite boilerplate default screen right here. Next, we are going to link ViroReact for Android. So here are the Android linking instructions. We can click on Install Android. It's a little bit more complicated. First, we want to open Android/build.gradle. So navigating to the ViroIgnite folder, I want to open the Android folder and then click on Build Gradle. Next, I want to make sure that the Min SDK version is at least 24 and that the build Gradle here is at least 4.1.1. I will need to change that to 24. And then I want to change, I just want to check this version. It's already greater than 4.1.1, so I'm good to go there. I can save this. Next step is to open Android/app/build.gradle. So here in my Android folder, I'm opening the app folder. And here is a second file with the exact same name, build.gradle, but this one's in the app folder. Next, I want to add these lines and they're going to go under this line in the folder. So here I am, just scrolling down. Right here, paste that in. And just want to indent. Next, we're going to Android/settings.gradle. So Android settings.gradle. I'm going to just copy all of these lines and paste them on the end of the file. So I can just go down to the end of the file and paste, save. Great. Next, back to our instructions. We're going to look at Android Gradle wrapper properties file. Android Gradle wrapper Gradle wrapper properties. And all I'm checking here is that the version is greater than 6.5, and it is. It's 6.9 in this case. So we're good to go there. Next, we go to our main application Java. So to find that, we are inside of our Android folder. Click on the app folder, src, main, Java, com, app name, main, application, Java. So I'm going to copy this line and paste it at the end of the imports list. Here are my imports. I'm just going to go to the end of the list, paste it. The next set of instructions is to add this line. It's going to go inside of this get packages. We're going to look for that override, get packages. I'm going to paste it right in there. Save that. Now we're going to the Android manifest file. So to find that, I'm in Android app, source, main, and then I click Android manifest XML. I want to copy this little section right here. And it is going to go inside of the manifest. Put it right there. Next, we go to application and we add this metadata. Application, I'm going to add it right here. Instead of optional, I want to change that to required. Add this camera permission to the manifest node below other permissions. So up here we have use permission internet. I'm going to add in uses permission for the camera. Next step, we can add optional permissions that we might want to use. I'm just going to copy all of those, and then we'll add those in right here. For this project, we're not going to use the VR yet, but you could add this in if you're going to use the VR. You would just add this section, or this section for Gear VR. We could add this in at the top here. right under that, I can add queries. When debugging, we can change this section to Android uses clear text traffic true. Here. Okay. Next, I want to hook up my Android device to a USB cable. I'm unplugging the iPad we had used. I've already allowed developer or I've enabled developer options on my Android phone, and I'm plugging it in, and I'm going to click allow access. Do a quick check. ADB devices. So tell me what Android devices are connected to the computer, and I can verify that my device shows up. Now I can use the command npx react-native run-android. And it's going to build the app and install it on my phone. And my build failed. Looking up here, I can see that it had trouble finding Exoplayer 2.7.1 that Viro uses. Here in the Android linking for the Android build.gradle, I can click on the example link, and it goes to the starter kit build.gradle. And I see here that it's using JCenter. I copy that, and it's missing here, so I want to paste it in JCenter and save it now. Okay, great. Let's try that again. So npx react-native run-android. And try the same command again. And now that I've added JCenter into the repositories here, hopefully it will work. This time it was successful. The Metro bundler is sending the JavaScript bundle over to my phone. And I can see the hello world giving the console log for the Viro hello world. Everything's working fine. So that's running on Android now. Okay, let's see what happens if we run the jest testing. So in my terminal, I'm typing the command yarn test. Great, all the tests passed, so that's a good sign. So we were able to add ViroReact to an Ignite app using React Native, and we successfully ran it on an iOS device and an Android device. If you'd like some more videos about using ViroReact and JavaScript to do AR and VR, click subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks a lot for listening. I'm Kurt VanDusen with Equational Applications, and I'll see you next time.